Proverbs 22. I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, Yahweh, Yod, He, Vav, He. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is a difference and does matter is when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Aaron are the same name, because no, they're not. And no one in their right mind would believe that. And thinking you can force YahWeh to believe that is extremely foolish. There is no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic text because the letter J is only about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. And a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua. And I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. Proverbs 22. A good name is preferable to great riches. Favor is better than silver and gold. The rich and the poor meet together. Yahweh is the maker of them all. A clever one foresees evil and hides himself, but the simple go on and are punished. The reward of humility is the fear of Yahweh. Riches and esteem and life, thorns, snares are in the way of the perverse. He who guards his life keeps far away from them. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he turns not away from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. He who sows unrighteousness reaps trouble, and the rod of his wrath perishes. He who has a good eye is blessed, for he gives of his bread to the poor. Cast out the scoffer, and strife goes out, and contention and shame cease. He who loves cleanliness of heart, whose speech is pleasant, a sovereign is his friend. The eyes of Yahweh shall watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of the treacherous. The lazy one says, "There is a lion outside. I am going to be murdered in the streets." The mouth of a strange woman is a deep pit. The one denounced by Yahweh falls in there. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child. The rod of discipline drives it far from him. One oppresses the poor to increase his wealth. Another gives to the rich only to come to poverty. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge, for they are pleasant. If you guard them within you, let all of them be ready on your lips, that your trust might be in Yahweh. I caused you to know today, even you have I not previously written to you of counsels and knowledge, to cause you to know the certainty of the words of truth, to return the words of truth to those who send to you. Do not rob the poor because he is poor, and oppress not the afflicted at the gate. For Yahweh pleads their case, and shall plunder those who plunder them. Make no friendship with one given to wrath, and do not go with a man of rage, lest you learn his ways and find yourself ensnared. Do not be one of those who shakes hands in a pledge, one of those who are guarantors for debts. If you do not have the means to pay, why should he take away your bed from under you? Do not move the ancient boundary which your fathers have set. Do you see a man who is skilled in his work? He does stand before sovereigns. He does stand before obscure ones. I just want to point out that one, do not remove the ancient boundary which your fathers have set. This is talking about Israel and what they're currently doing right now, how they're bombing Palestine, and they're trying to restrict Palestine from giving up all their guns and all that crazy crap. They're overstepping their boundaries. Palestine was never one of the places that Israel was supposed to take. possess, because they didn't actually attack anyone. They were attacked the entire time until they had the whole land. They asked to pass through, and people said no, and they brought their armies, and they were slaughtered. And they obtained the land that way. It wasn't like they went there, took their army to the front gate, and said, give us your land. It was, let us pass through your land. And they said no, and brought their armies, and they were slaughtered. There's no stealing involved there. But do not move the ancient boundary which your fathers have set. This far into the Bible, the land which Yahweh gave to his people has already been given to his people, and they've already been exiled from the land. Although I'm in just beside David, so I guess it hasn't been exiled just yet. When these proverbs were written. But as for not within these proverbs, yeah, they've already been exiled. Anyways.